friends, hope you all are doing great. Friends, in this video, the topic of English dictation is The Happy Prince, which is written by Oscar Wilde. Among children, the Irish short story writer and playwright Oscar Wilde is popular for his enchanting stories. His The Happy Prince and Other Tales is a collection of stories for children that was first published in the year 1888. It contains 5 short stories in total, which are The Happy Prince, The Nightingale and the Rose, The Shellfish Giant, The Devoted Friend, and The Remarkable Rocket. Now the story Happy Prince revolves around friendship between the statue of a prince and the swallow, which is highly impossible in real life. The main intention of the author is to inculcate in children the importance of friendship. It is such a beautiful relationship where age gap, gender, wealth, poverty, color, caste, creed, religion, and nationality do not matter. The swallow acts as the messenger of the happy prince and fulfills his wishes. They develop friendship and enriches it by showing goodness and helping each other. The story ends with sadness as the little swallow succumbs into the cold weather and finally meets its death. The statue of the prince is melted where the leaden heart of the prince refuses to melt. They were no more present in this temporary world, but they leave their friendship for people to learn from it and cherish it. I hope you have liked this story, and now let us move towards the practice. High above the city, on a tall column, stood the statue of the happy prince. He was covered with thin leaves, of fine gold, for eyes he had 2 bright sapphires, and a large red ruby. Glowed on his sword hilt. One night there flew over the city a little swallow. His friends had gone away to Egypt. Six weeks before. But he had stayed behind. After they were gone, he felt lonely. So he decided to go to Egypt too. Then he saw the statue on the tall column. I will put up there, he cried. It is a fine position. With plenty of fresh air. So he alighted just between the feet of the happy prince. I have a golden bedroom. He said softly to himself. As he looked round and he prepared to go to sleep. But just as he was putting his head under his wing, a large drop of water under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. What a curious thing, he cried. There is not a single cloud in the sky. The stars are quite clear and bright. And yet it is raining. The climate in the north of Europe is really dreadful. Then another drop fell. What is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off? But before he had opened his wings, a third drop fell. And he looked up and saw what did he see? The eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears. And tears were running down his golden cheeks. His face was so beautiful in the moonlight. That the little swallow was filled with pity. "Who are you?" he said. "I am the happy prince." Far away, continued the statue in a low voice. "In a little street there is a poor house. One of the windows is open, and through it I can see a woman seated at a table. Her face is thin and worn, and she has coarse red hands. All pricked by the needle. For she is a seamstress. She is embroidering passion flowers on a satin gown for the loveliest of the queen's maids of honor. To wear at the next court ball. In a bed in the corner of the room, her little boy is lying ill. He has fever and is asking for oranges. His mother has nothing to give him but river water. So he is crying. Swallow, swallow, little swallow. Will you not bring her the ruby? Out of my sword hilt? My feet are fastened to this pedestal. And I cannot move.